In terms of our investment process, I guess we wake up every morning to try and find high quality businesses. We try and keep things simple by trying to invest in them at unreasonable valuations and by allowing those companies to compound value over the long term. So what we actually mean by high quality businesses are those that can grow revenue through cycle on stable margins with low leverage and on high returns on capital. Now that's all well and good, but we then want a business that has high barriers to entry, because that means that people will struggle to compete with that business over the long term. So that's the first tenet, is to find those high quality businesses. Like I say, secondly, we then try to buy these businesses on a reasonable valuation. So I think the important point there is that what we try and do is we try and remain disciplined and remain patient in our investment approach. Lastly, as I say, we try and be truly long-term in how we invest in these businesses. So in an ideal world, our holding period is actually kind of forever. So as I say, we're then looking to try and allow those businesses to compound value over the long term. We think that using this kind of process-driven approach allows us to take advantage of the peaks and troughs in markets that come from kind of fear and greed of others. We think one of the really interesting things at the moment is to look at those businesses that benefit from kind of network advantages. So, for example, it would be really difficult for me to try and compete with someone like Auto Trader tomorrow. These are businesses that basically need to have buyers and sellers and need to offer a genuine value proposition to both sides of that network. In order to try and compete with these businesses, you really need to try and build up both sides, and that's particularly tough to do. So we do invest in Auto Trader at the moment. We're also considering other businesses. So, for example, if you look at someone like PayPal, there's similar dynamics there. They both have to have kind of merchants that are offering the ability for you to use PayPal, but they also have to be able to offer a value proposition to all the customers who ultimately want to use PayPal to try and buy goods, whether that be online or in store. I'm a big believer in eating what you cook, so I myself invest in the portfolios, and we actually find it very important to see what management are doing with their holdings within our portfolio companies. A good example is one of our portfolio companies, Schroders, where there was certainly some concerns amongst the market recently, where one of the Schroder family was actually appointed to one of the board seats. One of the reasons we like that business is because it's a long-term family holding, and so we see it as a positive that the family are still involved in the business and hopefully take the same long-term view that we do as shareholders.